This is question number 22 on the June 2014 non-calculator paper. Part A simply says to simplify, and I've got this expression, 3x squared, y to the 4, all of that cubed. When you cube something, you are going to times it by itself 3 times. So in other words, you're going to have 3x squared, y to the 4 times 3x squared, y to the 4 times 3x squared, y to the 4. And I'm actually going to use this to help me work out my answer, because I'm going to do 3 times 3 times 3, which is 27, x squared times x squared times x squared. In other words, we're adding the powers because it's the same x in each case. So I'm going to have x squared 2, 4, 6, x to the power of 6, and then the same with y's, y to the 4 times y to the 4 times y to the 4, 4, 8, 12. So it'll be y to the power of 12. There are other slightly different methods of doing it, which actually involve the same way of thinking, but if you make sure you do understand this and you are able to do it, right, this is a very popular type of question which you maybe should know how to do very well. In part B, again they've said to simplify, right, but you need to know how to factorize quadratics in order to do this. So I've got x squared minus 9 at the top in the numerator, and in the denominator I have 2x squared plus 5x minus 3. Okay, so we're going to use some standard techniques for this. The top, you need to recognize that as the difference of two squares. Okay, that needs to be something that you're able to spot, because as obvious as that is x squared, something squared, 9 is 3 squared. So you need to be able to spot that. And the fact that x squared minus 3 squared, when you factorize it, you're going to get x, 3, 3, and one's going to be plus and one's going to be minus. Okay, the order of those doesn't matter, but that's how it's going to be. Now, to work out the next bit, these questions, whenever you simplify, one of these terms are going to be cancelled down. So I'm going to have two sets of brackets, and in one of the brackets, very likely it's going to be x plus 3 or x minus 3. So I need to be aiming for and looking out for that. I've got 2x squareds here, and so I know I'm going to have 2x in one of the brackets and x in the other, because those are the only two things that will times together to give me 2x squared. Okay, in the other bracket, I know the 3 is going to be here, right, because as I said before, I know something is going to cancel from the denominator with something in the numerator, and both of them in the numerator have 3's over there, and 3 times 1 is going to give me 3, right? So one of these, in order to get minus 3, one of these is going to be negative, one of these is going to be positive. I can't just put them anywhere. I need to do a couple of checks. I want to get plus 5x in the middle. So if we think about how you can get the middle term, I need to do 2 times 3, which is 6, 6x. I need to do 1 times x, which is 1x. How do I combine these to get positive 5x at this end here? Well, this needs to be positive and this needs to be negative. And if we work backwards, x times 1, that needs to be minus 1 in order to give me minus 1x. And 2x times 3, if I wanted positive 6, that needs to be positive. So these are the signs, and that's how I work them out. And as I said, I knew something from the bottom was going to cancel out with something from the top, and those two are going to cancel out. And my answer, which, as the question said, simplify, is going to be x minus 3 over 2x minus 1. So x minus 3 over 2x minus 1. Okay, this is a pretty straightforward question. They're 5 marks. These are very, very popular on the higher paper. Simplifying algebraic fractions. They always have a term which cancels out. You need to be able to factorize the numerator and the denominator. Okay, and these type of simplifier questions, they always come up on the higher paper. Make sure you do know them, understand them, you can do it.